What is going on, everyone? ChemCoop here, back today with episode 2 of our new Season 14 Belly Drum Lax team. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So if you tuned in last time when you went 3-1, our record only shows 2-1 because it hasn't updated from my opponent forfeiting DCing in the third game. They rage quit, so yeah, but we get rid of them, so that was good. I don't foresee my opponent bringing their Breloom in this game because I have an AMOONGUSS, and AMOONGUSS just sits on all versions of Breloom, so I really don't see them bringing the Breloom. I'd like to trap Metagross turn 1. I'd like to really predict him bringing Metagross turn 1 here, but I also feel like Hippo is a pretty safe bring for him. I think I'm going to bring Lele, Slowbro, and AMOONGUSS. So Lele gives me the speed advantage versus potentially Charizard X. Looks like probably Y though, my opponent's team, which is kind of terrifying. I just feel like they'd be less inclined to bring it, given that I have a Heatran. If you bring Zard Y against Heatran, like, you just lose. The AMOONGUSS is going to help me cover the Mimikyu and switch into Hippo Breloom a bit better, as well as the Thundurus. Slowbro can sit on Metagross, so that comes out. So I think we'll be alright with this team. It's really going to depend. If he ends up bringing the Charizard and it's Zard Y, yikes. But we'll deal with that as needed. My opponent does not really have a Psychic switch in other than his own Metagross, but I have a great response to Metagross, so not too concerned about that lead. Yeah, it is Hippo. So this is what I expected to have happen here, was for my opponent to lead Hippo. And I get free Psychic and 2 KO on this guy. Yeah, he could definitely go Metagross here, but that's okay. I will take my guaranteed 2 KO on Hippo as well as any chip on Metagross if he elects to give it to me. He's gonna switch out here. He goes to Mimikyu. Which is a bit of a bold play. How much does Mimikyu take from Psychic? Obviously, if I went for Psyshock, I wouldn't be concerned about this Pokemon. But Psychic knocks out non-bulky Mimikyu, but I am not going to risk that because Lele is really important to my game plan if my opponent has something like Thundurus in the back. It could definitely actually be Zard, looking at my opponent's team. Given that they brought Hippo, Mimikyu, that kind of lends, and they didn't switch in Metagross there. It definitely lends itself to probably being Zard if he did in fact bring a Mega as his third. I could definitely see that, but I'm gonna go AMOONGUSS here, and then I click Spore. Because I cannot allow Zard to come in here. I'll switch out first. I don't think he can risk doubling to Zard because if I stay into Psychic, because if he's non-bulky Mimikyu, I should be able to get rid of him. Yeah, he just Shadow Claws. Cool. If he's Focus Sash, his Focus Sash is broken. He's taking more and more chip. I'm out of range of Z-move, any Z-move from Mimikyu, and I just get an entirely free Spore off here. Hippo doesn't resist, or Hippo is not a grass type, so he can't get Spored. Mimikyu also doesn't want to get Spored. If he goes Charizard, putting that thing to sleep would be awesome. Yeah, cool. So he gives me the Spore on Hippo, which is great. How many turns of Sand do I have left here? Or how many turns of Psychic do I have left? 1, 2. So I can definitely see Zard coming out here if my opponent is going to do that. I don't really lose anything by double Sporing here, so I'm going to throw off another Spore in case he wants to try and switch out to Zard. Okay, he stays in with Hippo. So maybe he wants to sack this thing. Yeah, I will go ahead and Giga Drain here then, and just get some recovery off this guy. Put him in range of Psychic, hopefully. See how much this does. My Psychic Terrain expires this turn. Yep, that's in range of Psychic. Cool. Sandstorm's gone. Psychic Terrain's gonna expire here. He's not gonna be able to knock me out with one attack. So I will go ahead and go out to my Lele here, as this gives me the most coverage against what my opponent could do here on the next turn. Let's see. Hippo versus AMOONGUSS. See if he stays asleep here. Okay. That's unfortunate for my opponent. They got the longest turn sleep, so I got Lele back in for free. Based on the damage, he's not full Fizz Def, which means that the Psychic's going to blow him away. So my opponent's going to lose this Hippo here. Yeah, that 3-turn sleep really sucks for my opponent. It's definitely some fortune in my favor, but Lele's going to be able to pick up the KO here. Mimikyu is also going to drop to two Psychics, obviously. So I think his play is to sack Hippo here, and then to go Zard Y, which I may not actually be able to knock me out from the range I'm at. I'll have to look at, what did I bring in the back? I brought Heatran Slowbro. Sorry, I brought AMOONGUSS Slowbro. I think Slowbro can eat one Solar Beam from Zard Y. And I can get a Trick Room off. My opponent's thinking hard here. So I'm going to Psychic. I knock out the Hippo. Yeah. So people like bringing Hippo versus this team. I guess it's because there's not really a good way to get rid of it, and it's a good lead against Mega Gar. He goes Mimikyu here. Let's see. Can Mimikyu actually knock me out, though? That's what I want to see. So, because from the range Mimikyu's at, I knock out standard Mimikyu. I want to see, though, if he's like the bulkier, like 156 attack Mimikyu. Because I've already shown that my response is AMOONGUSS, and so if he does have Zard in the back, I don't want to let him get the hit off. Let's see. If you are 156, you have a very minimal chance of knocking me out. I'm just going to click Psychic here. I don't want to let you go Zard on my AMOONGUSS here. Yeah. 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 Yep. Yep. So it's understanding your risk management, guys. I probably lost if Zard came out. Mimikyu got KO'd if it was non-bulky. If it was bulky, there's a good chance he couldn't KO me, and I prevent Zard from winning the game against me. So, GG. But yeah, playing Battlespot is a lot about understanding your risk management, and I could not allow the risk of Charizard Y coming out here and just winning the game. So, yeah, hopefully they don't. I mean, the game is over, so they will forfeit. Or they should forfeit. I kind of hope they don't, because I want to see what kind of Mimikyu this was. That's just helpful for my own information. Oh, it's Zard X. Zard X Metagross. Interesting. Very interesting. We'll knock this out. Cool. I'm curious though. How much does Charizard take from the Psychic? So he probably had some bulk on that Charizard actually. Please don't forfeit. I want to see what your Mimikyu was. The game is over. You can't win, but I want to see. I want to see if I KO it. Or if you KO me. Okay, he is giving me an intel, which is really nice. Thank you to my opponent. Okay, he was bulky. He was a bulky. I mean, he wasn't bulky. He's a bulkier variant. So my way of guaranteed winning this game is making sure he can't Shadow Sneak. So I just go Slowbro here. He has to try one with Shadow Snake into like Z move crit if he is Z Shadow Claw. And so my best way to prevent that is to use my Pokemon that I know is guaranteed faster, aka Tapu Lele, and allow him to Shadow Sneak it. I don't care about Slowbro. I'll just Mega Evolve for the walls. But this should get knocked out here by the +2 Shadow Claw. Okay, yeah, he understands that he lost then because Lele outsped, and I'm going to get my Psychic Terrain back up. After playing as well as I did, I'm not going to choke the game away by leaving my Lele in to take a +2 Shadow Snake, so... yeah. Pick that one up. 3-turn sleep was pretty lame for my opponent. Yeah. Because he was Zard X, I don't know that I immediately lost if he brought that thing out, because Slowbro is going to take some hits from that thing. Alright, cool. We're 15-50, 4-1. So, good start to the season. I've been getting all Japanese people so far. Lucario, Zard, Mimikyu, Gran, Loom, Hippo. I mean, Lele is essential here. I'm kind of not happy about bringing Lele all the time, but it's really darn good here. Because you can actually Oko Lucario with Psychic, unless it's some weird Split F build. Gets out to be the Gran, Charizard, Hippo, I took KO. So I do think Lele again is the lead here. Really hoping it's not Scarf Gran again, or Sash Gran again, but very well could be. Amoonguss is good here again. I don't. So it's a tricky position for my opponent, right? Because okay, I think they should bring Mimikyu to try to deal with Snorlax. I think they should bring Zard so that way they can actually do damage to Amoonguss. Or they could just bring Gran. So maybe Gran, Mimikyu, Zard. I think I'm gonna bring Heatran. Shoot. Come on, get this in. Yeah. I know I say like, oh, I'm gonna bring Snorlax against Gran. I really can't bring Snorlax here when there's a Charizard and a Mimikyu. I need Amoonguss and I need Heatran so I don't lose to Zardly. Granted, all the Greninja are not going to be Focus Sash. Some of them are inevitably going to be Z-Move or Life Orb or Scarf. So, yeah, he goes Loom. This is absolutely fine for me. His play is to Spore. I really disagree with my opponent bringing... I really disagree with my opponent bringing Breloom when I have an Amoonguss. It just, you put yourself in a disadvantage, and putting yourself in a disadvantage against a Pokemon that could click Spore is really not a position you want to be in. Oh, Rock Tomb. Yeah, watch, this can do 20. Yeah. Like, and that's regen, so he really didn't get off any net damage on me, and now he has to switch out to preserve his Focus Sash, and this gives me a very free Spore. Now, if he's Natural Gift Technician with like the Flying Berry, this man is a god. Okay, something's going to sleep here. That's Lucario. Cool. Night, night. And, I don't know why Lucario came out here, but I'll go Lele. He spent no turns of sleep. This is a free Psychic for me. Greninja is the only thing that can switch into Psychic. So, I may actually Moonblast here. I don't think Moonblasting is the play, though. It doesn't 2-hit KO Lucario. Let's see, Lucario. Or it does 2-hit KO Lucario, but I don't want to risk him waking up here. Just 95%. But I need this Pokemon. I can't let him Meteor Mash it. So if he wants to go 2 Greninja on me, be my guest. I mean, I would be very impressed if he go Greninja here. Okay, he goes the Loom to Scout. So he's going to give me the Breloom. So, looking at my opponent's team, so we know they have Lucario, which I'm going to Oko. They have Breloom, which I'm going to knock out here. We saw the Focus Sash on this, so that means Greninja is not Focus Sash. Yeah. So the only reason I was thinking about, the only play I was thinking about here was that, okay, well, what if I don't click Psychic here? Like, what if I go out to my Amoonguss to try to position myself for something like Greninja coming in? But really, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense here. Okay, so I get rid of this. Odds are Lucario is going to come out here. And he's going to try to wake up and Bullet Punch me. Oh, he does go Gran. Okay. That's cool too. So I think what I'll do here is, I think Heatran's probably the most expendable Pokemon. I don't need Heatran at this point. Yeah, I don't need Heatran at this point. Yeah, because it's not going to be, like, if Lucario wakes up, it's going to die to close combat. And if he's sub-Gran, he's sub-Gran. Yeah, I just Flamethrower here. I think this will break the sub. I think he has to Z me if he wants to get rid of me. Yeah, I mean, like a Scald is not going to get rid of me. So ideally I can break the sub here. Yeah, he drops the Duntida on this thing. Which is quite okay with me. So yeah, now he doesn't have this option to KO Lele anymore. I'm actually going to search my opponent's set here, because I want to see if Hydro Cannon does actually knock out Tapu Lele from full. Let's see, Cannon, because otherwise I will go out to Lele here if he cannot KO me. No, he can't. What about a crit? A crit will. So if he's Ice Beam... Okay, so here's what I'm thinking here. If my opponent has Ice Beam on this, he will 2-hit KO my Amoonguss. That's a 10% freeze chance. Crit is like a 4% chance. So my better play is to go out to Lele, because I burn the Z. If he's Hydro Cannon, he has to go for Hydro Cannon to try and kill me. He has to crit it to knock me out. And even if he does manage to pull that off, then he won't be able to move the next turn. I'll be able to Spore him with Amoonguss, and then I'll be able to get rid of that. And then I just have to find a way to deal with Lucario. But the way this game is set up right now, he can't knock me out with Hydro Cannon. I click Moon. I lock myself in a Scarf Moonblast. I'll KO the Greninja. If he's smart, he sub-stalls here, actually. Yeah, okay, he is smart. He's sub-stalling. So he's trying to get into Torrent range here. And I think when he gets into Torrent range, I'll switch out, because I believe Torrent will knock this thing out. Let's see, Torrent. 25. Hydro Cannon. Yes, it does KO me. He should sub again here. And I feel like this is his turn to go for the Hydro Cannon here, so I'll go out to my Amoonguss on this turn. Lele's my win condition. Not Amoonguss. Lele is my win condition. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, so he's paralyzed this turn. I'm going to be able to... he has to stand, because Hydro Cannon, if you don't know, is like... it's like Hyper Beam or any of those recharge moves. Once you get it, you can't switch. You have to stay in for the next turn. So, yeah, I'm going to be able to get my Giga Drain off here. He's never going to be able to get a sub up against me again unless he freezes me with Ice Beam on this turn. And if he goes Lucario, I believe he takes the damage I need from Moonblast to sweep. Because Moonblast does 83 to 95, and he's not going to be able to knock me out in any one hit, so... Yeah, I think I got this game. And if I get rid of Gran, then I can just Psychic, and I guarantee Doka's Lucario, so... Yeah. I respect that play. I mean, As long as it's not substitute Lucario. That's the only way I lose this one. Yeah, that's in range. Amoonguss versus Lucario. I guess it depends on if he's physical or special. How much does Foul Play do? Foul Play potentially breaks a substitute. I think Foul Play does a bit more. I'll go Foul Play, but he is in range now of. So I could have gone to Lele and just Moonblasted and won the game right there. Odds are he's going to wake up. Let's see how much this does. Tell me if he's physical or special. I can't really tell from that. Didn't look like it did 20% to him. I'll play again. That doesn't really make a difference. Like I said, at this range, he's in. Okay, he gets a 3-turn sleep, which means he's gonna wake up this turn. So obviously, I could have brought Lele in, but Spore here. I don't know why I spored. Okay, forfeits. Sub Lucario would have been some next level meta stuff, but yeah. So these guys always bring Greninja against me. That's something worth noting. Greninja always comes. I really disagree with that Braylon pick, though. Braylon lost him so much momentum there. Because there's no way I'm not going to bring Amoonguss when you have Mimikyu and Braylon. So we win that one. We're now 5-1, which is pretty darn good. Probably get one more game this episode here. We're at 22 minutes. Get one more game in, and yeah, hopefully be moving up to 6-1. Hope you guys are enjoying these so far. I like the team. I'm always a bit iffy when I have this many slow Pokemon because it makes it hard to really threaten stuff immediately. You just threaten stuff passively. You don't really threaten stuff offensively. So, you know, like Greninja, always able to come out on Amoonguss or always able to come out on Heatran or whatever. And then I'm forced to switch. And like I said, I don't really have tons of great Gren switch-ins other than, you know, Lax. Uh-oh, I dropped my stylus. Where's it? There we go. No opponents. I think if I don't get an opponent, this may just be a shorter episode here today. Yeah, I may end this one here. It's going to take me a while to reconnect and everything. Oh, okay, we got one. Sweet. 1500 from Japan. P2, Mimikyu, Kartana, Thundurus, Therian, Gliscor, Gyarados. So I read that in reverse order. That's pretty weird. What's the lead for my opponent here? I feel like P2 Gliscor is pretty good for my opponent, actually, here. I think P2 Gliscor is pretty good here because that gives them a way to deal with the Heatran. Just switching and toxing everything. Is this the game where I bring Gengar? Yeah, I think it is. I think I bring Gengar this game. I'm going to bring Heatran because it is still good against P2. Lele for speed control or Amoonguss? I think I gotta go Amoonguss. I don't really like what I brought here, but my opponent's team is kind of icky. But being able to trap something with Gengar is gonna be nice. I have Protect sub, so I can just get my Mega off turn 1 completely safely against no matter what my opponent leads, and just click Protect. Yeah. Good to Score. So this is always gonna give me Amoonguss. Amoonguss can always come out on Gliscor. I mean, Guillotine is gonna suck if it is Guillotine, because I can't really kill this thing. And I will just Mega Evolve and click. Protect. Sounds like this Silvish has Icy Wind. Protect Mega as he Rock Tombs. Okay. Let me see. Gengar. My set. Let's see. Gengar. So we see Rock Tomb. My custom set. Okay, so he's Focus Sash. Yeah, he's offensive Focus Sash. Yeah, because if you notice, we didn't see the Toxic Orb activate. Yeah, okay, this is gonna do nothing. We didn't see Toxic Orb, so how much did you do to Amoonguss? 75 to Amoonguss. So yeah, he's probably like 252 attack investment. Sorry, it's blinding over there. Ooh. I am going to click Spore here, and then I'm going to try and deal with the lighting issue in the back. Be right back. Oh, he's got Taunt. Interesting. Oops. Alright, that makes things a bit better. Flip my blinds the other way. That's okay. I mean, what are you gonna go out to? Are you gonna switch? Just give you a drain here. Oops, I clicked Foul Play. Probably does about the same, honestly. Yeah, he's Stealth Rocks, but I broke his Focus Sash, which is nice for me. Probably just about the same, honestly, as Giga Drain. Not a lot. But he's Focus Sash, we see Taunt, Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Rock Tomb. So, yeah. Giga Drain here. He's not going to be able to 1v1 this thing. I don't know why you're trying to slow down. I don't know this. I need to time it so I can shrug off the taunt at the same time as yeah, so I think what I always do is I always Spore here. It doesn't look like he's in range of 2 Giga Drains. I think he'll live another one. Okay, so he gives me the Spore. Great. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. I spent 0 turns of sleep. I'll get back about 70 HP. What do you have in the back? Don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and trap this guy with Gengar. This is gonna be his first turn of sleep here. He's definitely in range of my Shadow Ball. So I think he's probably just max speed here. Gengar, bulky trapper. Let's see how much does Shadow Ball do to him. Shadow Ball. Does KO him, correct? Yes. So what I want to do here is I want to see if I can take advantage of my luck. He's trapped. I'm going to try and get up a substitute here, because if I get up a sub here, I'm in a great position. If he wakes up, whatever, I'll just kill him the next turn. But if he stays asleep for 2 turns, which, you know, is in my favor, yeah. So now I have a subbed Gengar and dead Gliscor. Yeah, so this worked out really well for me. You always needed to taunt there if you're the Gliscor player on the Amoonguss, just to prevent something like this from happening. Perfect. So now whatever he switches in as trapped, it has to be faster than Gengar, or has to be able to kill it in 2 hits. So something like maybe Shadow Sneak Mimikyu. Oh, actually you can't go out to Shadow Sneak Mimikyu. Kartana comes out. Okay. So I'll get to see if this thing is faster than me. If it's Scarf, I get to see what he locks himself into. And he can't switch out. He can't pull a double to like try and expect my switch, which is awesome. He is knock off Kartana. So I think I am going to KO him here. Kartana does not have the best Spadef. I think I'll KO him here. Yes, I do. Cool. And no matter what comes out here, I just click Perish Song, I think. And then I win. Thundy comes out, yeah. Yeah. And so I saw the Scarf already, I guaranteed faster. I just Perish Song here. I have Heatran with Protect, and he's also not going to be able to break through Amoonguss, so this is game, set, match here. Yeah, he's got 3 turns. Well, I don't even know if that KOs me, TBH. Yeah, Gengar's fat. If I was playing Showdown, this is the part where I drop the GGs in the chat, because my opponent cannot win this game at this point. Thumbs up. Alright, so we went, what, 3-0 today? So we're 6-1 overall. Pretty solid. I'll see what our score is, and then I will cut this off. Yeah, pretty good day so far, guys. Kind of bummed we didn't get to use Lax in these first 2 episodes, but it is what it is. Lax's time will come once we see a really bulky team. So far, we've been playing mostly offensive teams. It's just hard to justify getting Snorlax going when you can just pressure offensive teams. So, I mean, when you can pressure offensive teams kind of passively, as long as you have stuff that can take hits, and you can just kind of suck them up and suck up the hits and chip, and then just put stuff in range of Lele. Or you can force KOs every turn with Lele. There's just no need for Lax, but, you know, once we see that Amoonguss team or that Toxapex team, you bet your bottom dollar I'm bringing my Snorlax. Anyways, let's see what our score is. Probably about 1580. Yeah, 1580 exactly. Alright. Cut that off. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a comment if you enjoyed. Let me know what you think about the team so far, and any changes you think maybe might be worth making. Anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow for episode 3. Until then, peace.